Okay, welcome to this episode of Fictional Fridays. And in this episode, I have a lot of stuff to talk to you about. It involves video games, anime, and books in general. But we're going to first start off with the video games, and we're going to start off with the video games that I'm playing right now. And if you've been up to date with the channel, you know that the game series that are going on are Pathfinder Kingmaker. And within Kingmaker, there's two. I recently started Varnholds Lot because Varnholds Lot is a DLC. Basically, you play as the other person, Magar Varn, and you meet him. Spoiler alert, not that much of a spoiler. In the Kingmaker storyline, whenever you become Baron, because he becomes Baron of his own lands as well. So this is basically the story of what happens then. And you can create your own character as well. So you're not playing as them, you're playing as one of his companions, and then he appoints you as general. But I'm still in the first mission so far. From what I understand, you start off as a level 5, like right before level 6. So you start off at level 5 and then you get to go to level 6 fairly quickly. At least that's what I did. I did import my character and everything. So it was fun playing a sorcerer, a Sylvan sorcerer. But I wanted to mention that because the companions, this is a word of advice. The other pre-generated character, because you can create your own party. Well, not create your own party because you have two people who are core to the story, which is the wizard Cephalon and then Magar, who is a rogue. You have to keep them, but you can create 3 other characters. I suggest creating those 3 other characters because the 3 pre-generated ones are trash, particularly the cleric. I don't know why they chose. I guess they wanted to be a thematic, but the class is just so trash. And it's really not that thematic. It's a cleric with the animal domain, but the animal domain is 3 levels behind, and all of this other stuff is just. So I didn't know it was that bad. So whenever we finish this mission that I'm currently on, I'm gonna have to make new characters. Well, new assistants. My character, great. Kyle is amazing. Kyle is amazing sorcerer. But we must talk about Kingmaker. Kingmaker is going well. I really like the game. If you haven't played it, you should play it. Based off of Pathfinder rule system, they'll teach you the rules. You can start off on easy. I'm playing on a little custom thing because I'm playing on difficult where all the normal damage, but I'm keeping Death's Door because some things happen, and then if you don't have Death's Door, they just die outright. Death's Door is if they die, they get to Death's Door, and then if they die again before they rest, like at an inn or something, then they're gone permanently. I think that fits, not too game breaking, realistic enough for me. So those 2 games are amazing. I'm gonna play those. Those are gonna go on, and I think that series will continue even after we start Age of Wonders 4 because we're definitely gonna finish those series, Pathfinder Kingmaker, and then right after Pathfinder Kingmaker, go into Wrath of the Righteous. I will eventually do more than one playthrough of Wrath of the Righteous because there's several mythic paths that I want to try out, and I think it will be fun. But just to start off with, we're gonna go through that series, and then we have the Age of Wonders Planetfall series. Age of Wonders Planetfall is good too. I prefer, because they're different games. Age of Wonders Planetfall is a strategy with role-playing elements, and you have tactical combat, so it's not right to compare them. In terms of what I like most, because I like the story and everything, is the Pathfinder series. But Planetfall has a story too, so we're playing that because we're gonna finish that series off before Age of Wonders 4 comes out. So there will be more videos coming out in the coming month, which is April, because Age of Wonders 4, I believe, comes out May 2nd. So that's good. And I'm really liking what I see from Age of Wonders 4. But I really don't watch a lot of Let's Plays. I do watch them like to get ideas and stuff for my characters and stuff like that, and to see what games will be like. And the dev plays, the live streams have been engaging and fun and not boring to watch. So I have high hopes for Age of Wonders 4. So that's good. And then we have Enderal, The Rise of Rain. So I started that because I need some Skyrim. I need some elements of Skyrim. Yeah, and just a regular game that you can just play, relax, sit back and. Now I didn't know I'm playing on Parallels 18, so this is a good review. If you ever want to know about gaming on Mac, Parallels 18, it works. If you've seen the video, there was some stuttering and choppiness, and I figured out why. So it's counterintuitive because I thought the more resources I allocate to Parallels 18, the smoother it run, the faster. But it doesn't work that way. It works the best when you split the resources between the Mac and the Windows 11 virtualization. So I switched that, and then I went back, started in the raw, and then just moved around, moved the view. I haven't played any of it, and it looks smoother, or it looked smoother. I have to play it, so I think Parallels 18 will do the job. Now with Skyrim special, and then I'm also preparing Skyrim. I'm starting to mod it. I started with the Immersive Pure Collection that has like a collection of like almost 400 mods, and it just does it all at once. If you have the Nexus Mod Manager or Nexus Mods Premium subscription, just download that. And then I've been adding extra mods because this most likely will be my last playthrough of Skyrim because Elder Scrolls 6 is coming out. And well, I don't know. No, it will be my last one. I'm not gonna just stop. This is my last one creating a new character. This will be the final character, our keystone character for the channel. He's going to be the capstone, and he's going to be showcased in many other games, particularly CK3. He's because I already know because found a mod that add aliens to it. Aliens are apparently like I didn't even know they existed. I just know Altmer and stuff like that. Aliens are like the Heartland elves, like original elves like that. So, and I know they have aliens in the Elder Kings 2 mod. So we're gonna have a Skyrim version. We're gonna have a CK3 version, and then probably even an Age of Wonders 4 version. So that'll be interesting. That's gonna come later. It's gonna be after Age of Wonders 4. So Age of Wonders 4, I do plan on playing the campaign. I think it will be fun. So that's what Age of Wonders. That's Enderal. Enderal, Rain we're playing as him. He's a samurai. So he's gonna showcase in the channel in other games and in future stories that this channel will eventually produce. Not right now, we're not at that stage right now, but we're gonna work towards that. And then I'll have backstories for Rain and stuff like that in the future. So if you like the idea of samurais, initial samurais, I want Rain to have I haven't seen Demon Slayer, I know, and we're about to get into anime too, but Demon Slayer on my list to watch. But I want him to be like, and I know you can do chakra and stuff like that because I'm watching Boruto. I'm trying to get caught up on this, so that's samurai. But I've seen little clips, and I like the idea of that samurai and Demon Slayer, that type of samurai, not the heavy armor samurai, but like the no armor samurai. And then Nin, it's kind of hard to do that with the magic in Skyrim, and they don't have like Nin stuff like that. I guess I could probably find a mod that puts Nin into Enderal. I might think about that. I just don't want to mess up the game that much. Just do a pure playthrough. So I'll tweak that, and then I'll let you know in a future Fictional Friday if it comes to that. Now, One Piece and Boruto. That's what I'm watching. That's the anime I'm watching. I'm watching one episode of each every day until I get caught up. I know I'm behind. So behind. I wanted to give up on One Piece. I did. That's how I got really behind. But I grew up on One Piece. I remember watching that when I was a kid. This is when it first came out. Or at first I found out I watched it on Toonami Jet Stream. So it's like I grew up with Luffy. So that's why the story kept calling me back. I'm more, I don't want to say judgmental, but pretty much judgmental or critical on anime I started right now. Like, it has to be like really good because I have a lot of things to do, a lot of things asking for my attention. and other things are really like good. Like light novels, I have to read, start another one of those because I want to get caught up in Infinite Gingergram. I think I have 2 or 3 light novels, and then Ari Ferretta from Commonplace the World's Strongest. That light novel. I'm talking about light novels now. How Not to Summon a Demon Lord, and then I have to get ready for the next Lightbringer. What's the Lightbringer series? No, it's the Red Rising series. Lightbringer, they finished that. But Red Rising series, that's gonna come out in June, I think. So I have to prepare for that. That's why I'm more critical. So when I watched The God of High School, the first episode, it wasn't just I don't know if it wasn't enough action or if it was just it just didn't hook me in. Normally, I would just watch because it's popular and it might get good later on, but I don't want to be sucked in to an anime that lasts 1,000 episodes that they should have ended. Well, I won't say should have ended, but a lot of One Piece, another reason why I have problems with it is so much filler. And I know Boruto is filler too, but it's different type of filler, and it's different type of filler than Naruto. Because in the Naruto filler, okay, I was like, oh yeah, this filler doesn't have anything to do with the main story. I can skip it. I'm good with that. With Boruto filler, I know it's filler, but it's like they have a way of creating them where they weave it into the story. Just now, they did a flashback of what happened in a different episode, so it's like it's character development, but it's it's filler because it's not in the manga. I've read like the manga up to the Ishiki fight, and then I start with the manga, continue with the anime. So it's like it wasn't in the manga, so it's all this extra stuff. But I thought story, okay, draw it in. So I have to watch every episode. One Piece, that one I feel like I'm so annoyed about this character. I'll give you an example of what happened. So I'm on the part, they're fighting Kaido and all that stuff. So the bunny girl, I forget her name off the top of my head. The one who goes with the Luffy and the Straw Hats crew. So she goes out, Pero Prospero, whatever his name is. So this is before I get into it. Prospero has his arrow trained on Marco. Why hasn't he shot yet? I don't know if it's because I've seen anime so much and I'm more mature with my viewing experiences. So those times where you're just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, it's not realistic. Why haven't you shot this guy? So that's my first issue. And then this bunny girl comes out. And then she's mad. She's mad. Oh, I'm mad, I'm mad, I'm mad. Mad. She gives the look, the anime angry look. And then she looks at, and she's looking at him angry. But she has already the mind, and she turns around to the moon and looks at it to get her power up, her little Meek's power up. So it would have made more sense, developers, writers, to just have the moon in front of her. I don't know if, I didn't remember the position of the moon. The moon could have been, moon, she could have came out and the moon would have been in front of her. But to have her look and then turn around, it breaks the pacing or whatever. That's number one. Number two, she starts to transform and then she's like, no, she stops, stuff like that. This is the part where I skip. I don't care. Like, why are you doing flashbacks of something that happened just a few episodes ago? I know that Pedro blew himself up. It hasn't been a long enough time period for you to do flashbacks. You're just extending stuff. I don't want to turn into this rant, and then there's nothing. So then I skipped this section and all this stuff, and then she turns back around and then transforms. They both transform. So I'm guessing she stopped the original transformation. So instead of transforming out of anger, she transforms out of resolve. So which I don't see the big difference. Like, you just wanted to extend it, and they always do this. They keep on doing it. They do it in that way instead of making like filler like Boruto. They do a different type of filler that just makes you they add 2 minutes, 3 minutes of extra stuff every single episode. There's unnecessary. I don't know when I started feeling this way. Probably because after watching Code Geass, which is short, sweet, amazing anime that just makes me want more. That and Parasite the Maxim. I need to watch the new Tokyo Ghoul Re. I think Tokyo Ghoul Re is supposed to be closer to the manga than original Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul was amazing. The few episodes, the first season. And then there's a lot of anime that's like super good, super short though. They complete their story. They tell a story. They're not just after money and stuff like that. But One Piece, I've been to I think a Comic Con in December in Fort Worth, and One Piece cosplay. Yes, they created a community. There's still more money to be made. Turn to a business. You can say that's good, say that's bad, but it's like for me, I'm addicted. Well, I'm already invested, but I will skip. I'll skip some parts that I'm annoyed. That's the first anime that's like I'm still watching it, and I'm not gonna make the same mistake with God of High School. So if you think God of High School is fun, then let me know in the comments. But I don't think close enough. So that's my One Piece and Boruto anime rant. Anime in general. After I finish One Piece and Boruto, now I'm gonna watch the animes of some other stuff. I need to get caught up in Infinite Denigram. They really need to make more of the anime. From what I've seen, they follow relatively closely to the light novel. Of course, I prefer the light novel, but I like the light novel enough. I can watch the anime. Same thing what I did with How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. How Not to Summon a Demon Lord, I don't like his voice. I really didn't imagine his voice like that when I was reading the light novel, so that's an issue. But I'll continue watching How Not to Summon a Demon Lord because light novels are good, so the story should be good. Ari Ferretta, I just don't like the animations for that. And I don't like how they did. They do the flashback method. They start him at the whatever he fell off the cliff, then they did flashback. What they should have did is started when they first, like they do in the book series, start when they're in their original universe, then they get dragged out, then he works his way up. But they didn't do that. So that's one issue. That's anime in general. We still have future anime. Whenever I get caught up in some anime, then I'll start doing anime reviews again. Book series, same thing with books. Whenever I get caught up in a book series, don't want to do that. We're definitely going to do a book review of what is that, the new Red Rising series when it comes. Well, not when it comes out because I don't get book series stuff like that. But after I finish reading it, because that's a great series, you should read it. This is great. But that's all I wanted to talk about in this Fictional Friday. When we find out more information about Age of Wonders 4, I will start discussing it. The whole news thing, there are other channels who do that, so I'm like, I'll think about it. If I like the game, I'll do it. I just don't like the idea of leaks. Well, not the idea of leaks, but something that's not confirmed, basically. That's why I wait until games come out. But there are other games like Dragon Age 4 that have been released, and I need to find out more details about that, and then see what I can find out about Elder Scrolls 6. Because I need to know, because I heard 2026, I heard 2024. Figure out when that comes out, see what people are talking about. I want to get excited about that game. That's why we're going to start those other series after we finish the series that we're going to start right now, because that's important. Anyway, thank you for listening to me, and have a great day.